Hello, this is the Wall 200 on another political video, and today's video is going to be on whether or not we should legalize drugs. Now, I haven't done a whole lot of political views. I don't really do it, or videos at that matter, mainly because I'm not very political, but I'm going to start trying to do these a lot more. And that's pretty much it. Onto the video. And at first, I thought this was probably going to be a bad idea to be for this. I thought it would be extremely stupid to legalize all drugs. There could be a lot of bad things that happen, but after doing a lot of research, I kind of changed my mind, and here's why. There's so many better reasons to do this than, bad. It comes down to ends justifying means, more or less. There's so much more that could be done, good wise, quote unquote good. I know that's kind of subjective thing to say, but I think it would have a lot more benefits than non-benefits. For one, the street value would plummet. Let's say you could have 2 ounces of whatever drug you want. It doesn't matter what drug you want to use. You can carry 2 ounces of whatever the fuck you want. Well, the street prices would plummet on these drugs for sure. Sure, there'll still be some, street drugs out there. Don't get me wrong. It won't completely stop it because you still could sell these particular drugs over 2 ounces. But let's be honest, no one would really do that. And, crime would just plummet as well in these categories. A lot of crime comes from drug users. There's a lot of people in prison just for fucking drugs, so that would definitely help the crime rate. And let's be honest, the war on drugs has been going on for fucking forever, and it's just we're ice skating uphill kind of a scenario right now where we're not winning. We're probably never going to win. If I want whatever drug I want, I can go out and get it with just a right amount of money and just people that you could just know you can get whatever the fuck you want, regardless whether it's not illegal or not. So if they made it legal and all this stuff, the crime goes down and street value goes down. This is how I would propose it. You wouldn't go to prison. You would have an option. You could go to prison if you wanted to, but I don't think most people would accept that. You could go into rehab instead. I know these programs would cost quite a bit of money, and I won't go into how or that would be funded and shit. That's not what the video is about, but just say we just had the funding to do this, and it'd be no problem to do it. Let's go with that scenario. Instead of getting, ruining your life and having a, charge onto your record, or possession of heroin or dealing heroin, you go into these rehabilitation centers and try to go out as a productive citizen. A lot of other countries have implemented this, and it works out quite well. Drug crimes have plummeted. Drug related, pretty much anything is almost non-existent, which is surprising. You think a lot of stuff would just increase. And maybe the U.S. might be a little bit different on that because we have the more mind-altering drugs here. I know that's the same from over there in different countries and stuff, but I think the problem is quite higher in the United States than these other countries. That might be the proportional thing. But let's just say it's the same, just for argument's sake, right? The same kind of problems. It won't straight out rectify all the problems, right? It might take a few years to actually implement everything and get everything to come down to a level. So, I think addiction would go up and drug overdoses would increase for the first couple of years. I know with these, the systems in hand that, you had to go rehab and try to rehabilitate yourself and stuff, that would minimize the can't fucking talk today numbers. It won't outright eliminate the numbers, but it reduced them by quite a bit, and I know this sounds weird to say, but it would actually make the drugs safer to take. Instead of going to a dealer or whatever, you just go to the store and you know what you're getting. You want some cocaine, you can just buy some fucking cocaine. You know it's cocaine. You don't know, when you buy it from a dealer, you don't know what the fuck he put in it. You don't know what the fuck he's done to it. So in a way, it's a little bit safer to take these drugs through a store and over the counter than just some random fuck you don't know. So that's another benefit of making these drugs legal. So all these things combined, I think, massively outweigh you might have an overdose or you might have more addiction rates. Sure, that might be true. We'll never know until we actually implement these systems, but I highly doubt we're ever going to fucking do it. If they do it, it's going to be quite ways down in the line of our system, because God knows if we'll ever fucking make all these drugs legal or not. That's one of the problems, is to legalize these, like the more mind altering drugs might be a problem. Like the opiate crisis might go just completely out of fucking control, or heroin, or all these hard drugs that actually alter your mind. That might be a problem where it might be an epidemic, and that might not be the greatest plan to put that forth and to say it's completely legal. So we'll of course never know this, or the consequences or the benefits that this would do, until we actually do it. And I think that's what they're afraid of. That's why they don't legalize this stuff, because it might become a problem. It might become an epidemic, and it might actually do more harm than good. Then that's probably why they'll never actually make all these drugs legal. But in my personal opinion, they actually should. And I've given my reasons, and that's pretty much all I have to say about the whole thing. And if you disagree or agree, just leave a comment, and that's it. Thank you for listening. Rate, comment, subscribe.